Before we dive into this week's choice, I've got to tell you about something that showed up on my porch the other day. That's right, I am talking about Tokyo Treat. And when I see that box waiting for me, I can't wait to get into it. And this month's theme is Super Sweet Valentine for February. And with Valentine's Day right around the corner, the timing was perfect. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jack, what is Tokyo Treat? Well, it's a fun and exclusive monthly snack box packed with Japan's coolest and craziest treats. Each month, you'll get a Japan exclusive premium snack, limited edition chips, noodles, and the latest treats shipped worldwide from Japan. And their mission is to deliver these boxes right to your door. Since we all basically live in Japan half the time through the shows we watch, it's nice getting a little piece of that world delivered right to my door. And this month's box is also perfect for sharing with your special someone. And it is packed with great treats like the strawberry shortcake Kit Kats. And these are the real deal. Honestly, I told myself I was just going to have a single one, just kind of savor them, space it out. Well, that didn't end up the way I had planned, and that one ended up being the whole bag because I just could not get enough of them. I also really enjoyed the mini chocolate candy hearts. They're bite-sized and strawberry flavored, and since it's almost Valentine's, they're perfect for snacking while you're catching up on your favorite romance anime. They're pretty dangerous though, because you look down and the whole bag is gone. And in my case, that was definitely the case pretty quick. I did not realize I went through them that quickly. And if you want to get into the more chewy stuff, the white peach gummies were a total standout. I don't know how they made them burst with juicy peach flavor, but honestly, I'm just drooling at the thought of them right now. They are just that good. I could not get enough of those. And of course, I had to balance it out a little bit. So I tried the black pepper biscuits, and I don't know what it was about them, but they were just so dang good. They were honestly way better than what I was expecting. So if you want something that is a little different from the norm, those are going to be it. And if you want something a little bit savory to cut through all the chocolate and you're not filling the biscuits, then the curry crackers are a must try. They're something that is so good that it's honestly something I could not tell myself to stop eating. They were just that delicious. And one thing I also got to mention is the cultural booklet they include. This isn't just a cheap pamphlet. It has all kinds of information about the month's theme, as well as other things that are going on over there. And since I haven't made my way over there yet, it's a fun way to pick up some trivia. It breaks down how Valentine's works over there in Japan, like how the girls are actually the ones who give out the chocolate over there for Valentine's Day. But that's not all that's in this booklet. Honestly, this booklet is a very much needed necessity for us because it lists all the allergen info in there for every single snack. And usually when we get international stuff, I'm stuck trying to translate labels with my phone just to make sure my wife has something safe to eat because she has some food allergies. And honestly, it's a relief. It's nice to have it all right there in plain English. It takes all the guesswork out of it. So that way we could just sit down, enjoy the food together without any worrying. It takes something that is potentially stressful and makes it easier. So if you want to experience Japan from the comfort of your own home this Valentine's Day season, there is no better way to do it than with Tokyo Treat. So whether you're wanting to treat yourself, a friend, a loved one, which I'm always a fan of, or if you just want to surprise someone who loves Japanese culture, then this is the box for you. And it's honestly more unique than just grabbing a standard box of chocolates from the store. So make this Valentine's Day a little sweeter and check out their deals through the affiliate link in the show notes. And don't forget to use coupon code Featured Anime, get $5 off your very first box. And a big thanks for Tokyo Treat for sponsoring this episode. And now on to the main show. Welcome to the Featured Anime Podcast. I'm your host, Jack.
And I'm Rick.
And today we are talking about Momentary Lily, which was a recommendation from Major Montana. Thank you for the wonderful recommendation. Before that, we were honestly talking about a lot of random stuff. If you want to catch up on that wider conversation, patreon.com/featured anime podcast, $8 a month to get you access to that bonus content. And now on to the meat and potatoes. Momentary Lily has a couple producers of Shochick, Tokyo MX, Glow Vision, Magnet, just to name a couple of them. Studio for it is Go Hands. It is an original. The genres are action, sci-fi, post-apocalyptic, adventure, and slice of life. And it came out in January 2025 through March 2025. It is an original and it's 13 episodes long, plus one OVA. Now, it is set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by mechanical invaders known as Wild Hunts. And the show follows Renge Kasumi, a lonely amnesiac, someone who lost their memory, who has a unique power to be able to fight against these monstrosities. After wandering through a desolated city, she joins forces with 5 other girls: Yuri, Erika, Hanagashi, Sazanaka, and Ayame, each one wielding a specialized weapon called Andvari to combat these mechanical threats. While the battles are central to their survival, the story also tries to focus on the quiet human moments of their daily lives, such as the bond building experiences of cooking meals, scavenging canned foods in ruins. But honestly, everything changes as we discover that they are actually alien created copies rather than true humans.
Mm-hmm.
Who could have saw that coming? Certainly not I.
Well, okay. Well, I was going to ask you, and I was going to wonder if you were being serious or not. Did you see that twist coming?
Yeah. Like episode 2.
Really?
Like, you know why?
It's episode 7. I was like, okay, it's weird. Because
while you're looking at Hanagashi, you know, basically the girl that's like sitting there, she's crying with the shield. She's like, oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna die.
The boobas.
Yeah. Okay. The tears were not real tears, and that immediately clued me in. It's like, oh, she is not real. And then
okay, I'm gonna need you.
What do you mean? They were not real tears. Did you see her tears? How they were?
Yeah, they were all
fake. How they were like digitalized or whatever. That they didn't look like normal tears. And then you have like Renge who had normal tears that were going down her face.
All right, one second. I'm gonna have to give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up because nope. You're like, did you see it? No. What was it, like 2?
Yeah, we're basically basically where, I mean, technically like the end of episode 1, maybe the beginning of episode 2. We're talking about CJ asks what anime were we talking about? Momentary Lily. Don't worry, I had a hard time paying attention for this as well. You're not alone in that.
Well, Momentary Lily, if you want a real fast overview, real bright lights, real shiny, fast paced, hair goes nuts, really, really, really hard to follow if you're not giving it 100% focus. All right, so I'm looking at her right now. What?
So it'll be like towards the end, like 18 minutes.
Yeah, 1848 is where I'm at right now. Yeah. I'm looking at her face. No, I don't want to back up. Damn it.
Low key looks like AI slap. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It could be. Could very well be.
Yeah.
Well, no, I wouldn't say AI slop to that extreme, but there's definitely some stuff going on where you're like, that don't make any sense.
Yeah. Now it could have just been the like how the animation overall in general was, but to me the tears just did not look like they were normal tears. Joke.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. They have a very distinct digitized effect to them.
That's why I was like, oh, she ain't real. Like she is
That's
not.
nuts.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
Because it was so low key that it's like, unless you're like used to seeing that kind of stuff. Yeah.
When she got picked up, her face was covered in tears.
Yeah.
Covered, just straight up.
Yeah. Bro said, how did I miss that? That's adorable, Rick. Yeah.
No, like when you look at it now with that knowledge of that particular moment, you can't not see it. The tears are literally the same color as the monsters.
Yeah.
They're just slightly out of phase. That is crazy.
Son, I was like, called it. Like immediately. I was like, yep. Shocking. Nah.
So, okay. I'm going to say, do I get my phone's right here? I'll send you a picture.
Well,
and I want you to tell me
on a 3-strict. Pathetic. Oh, to Goose? Yeah.
Send Discord, where you at? So I just sent you a blown up picture. That looks like real tears to me. That's why I didn't register that. But that's one of the only frames that she looks like she has regular tears.
Yeah, the rest of it doesn't.
Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. You know what? I've been had.
Now, it could have been that I just got lucky and they didn't mean for it to show off like that or anything else. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, she's not real. Like, this is, and there's something off about that.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense what you're saying, because it even glows a little bit. Huh. I guess I could justify it by her like almost dying. And no, I don't know. I'm looking at it and I can't quite get around the fact that it looks like it should be so obvious.
Yeah. Right, especially when she's like facing down or whatnot, or not even looking at him, or from the side view, or anything else that's going on.
Yeah. Well, from a profile view, you can see that there are specks of tears. When they leave her body, they actually digitize. That's nuts. Huh. Okay. Good call. Good catch.
Yep.
It took me to like 7-ish when she cut her arm and it healed for me to be like, something ain't right. Something's going on. In an inkling of that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. Yep. No, I got you. Happy early birthday, CJ. CJ says tomorrow's his B-day. Happy birthday.
Heck yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. But yeah, that's for me. That's why I wasn't a big shocker. That's why I was really heavy on my sarcasm. I was like, oh, this is so shocking. And I'll tell you this right now. One of the things that I feel like really cheapened the show and just annoyed and aggravated me, honestly, is they go through the process and you have like an episode and a half, like 2 episodes with one character. They kill the character off, and then they spend the next 2 episodes trying to make you feel bad about the character that was killed off. So it was like, yeah, it's probably not going to matter anyways. And then lo and behold, it really doesn't matter anyways in the end anyways for it. So they spend a long time trying to make you feel bad about stuff. And then they keep reiterating it throughout the show, trying to make you feel bad about it. It's like, I have no connection to this character, none whatsoever. I have no feelings for what is going on here. And I feel like the show just honestly did me a massive disservice for this.
Well, that's because you're too dang observant. You're looking for problems.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Sure. Why
no,
not?
I don't think you're looking for problems. I just think that for an anime to have a twist, it's got to be a little bit more embedded than what you're equipped for, let's say.
Sure.
Because like it for me, I was with the show most of the way I was like, oh, that's sad. Oh, that okay. Seems to be a bit much. They're going backwards with it a bit. Like I agree. If you would have flipped the order of events where you had a build up and me get used to this character, see the value in the character rather than after the fact, after knowing they're dead, and you're maybe, you know what? No, if you gave me one episode of lead up, killed them off, and one episode of a feeling of their loss, like, oh, if they were here, this would have happened. What would they do? I'm moving on with their honor. Instead, it feels like every time a character died, our main girl got a power up, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
so
Well, not even just
I want
that.
them all to die.
Yeah.
Because I want this chick to be super powerful.
Yeah.
You know, I started looking forward to their death. Like, ooh, I wonder how she would use their power a little differently. I wonder how if they were to combine everything. And then it made me start to get kind of pissed off. Like episode 2, episode 1, you saw that her weapon had the ability to assume or combine with others, and her weapon was already strong as hell. Like it was one of those just overpowered guitars. Like our 5 girls were struggling hard, could not for the life of them do anything against 3 of these giants, gargantuans, Goliaths. And she shows up and murks 2 of them without even telling her machine what to do. And at the end of episode 2, it merges. No, beginning of episode 3, it merges with another weapon and becomes even that stronger, much stronger. And everyone else is like, "Oh my goodness, you're so much stronger now." I'd be like, "All right, bet. What else can I merge with? This seems to be a little hacky to me, a little cheat, if you will. Let's see how far I can push this cheat because I want to survive, and this is my highest chance of survival."
Right, I get it, but you also have to understand is that for her, she one doesn't know how to use the weapon. 2, it has a will of its own, and it's not necessarily that she did anything; it was the weapon that did everything. So it really,
yeah. Okay.
And here's the other part of it. Here's the flip side of it. I hated the fact that they were like, oh, she can totally do this and not really have to do anything and murk them quickly, without her even having to really do anything. And then that's immediately it. Like at that point, it's like, why is she even on the weapon? Why doesn't the weapon just go out and take care of it for her? Why is she out there doing this? Why doesn't the weapon just do that for her? But no, we don't get that kind of justice. We're like, oh, well, now we're going to have really crappy sayings like Cowpo, guilty, bam, bam.
Yeah, bam, bam. I was, so full disclosure, I was a little happy that she died so early on because the bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. It would be like if I watched Believe It and understood that Believe It was every third word. I might not have liked Naruto as much. But here, bam, 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 bam. You've got that bam, bam going on. You've got, you know what? Bam, bam. I'm just going to power up. Bam, 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 bam. The more I say bam, 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 bam,
well,
the more strong I get.
Everyone had their saying, and everyone was saying it all the way through. There was never a point where people weren't saying whatever random catchphrase they wanted to throughout the whole series. So there's not going to be it at all. And you had Kupo or Capo, guilty or whatever, all the way throughout the whole thing. Through the whole thing. And
I guess okay.
You could also tell that they were throwing in, I don't know, what's the term, like hot words or keywords or whatever it is, in there throughout, especially for the gamer girl, where she was like, oh, I'm hacking, power up, buff.
Lagging.
Yeah, it's like
respawn. They were pandering. They were pandering hard.
Pandering would have been an improvement on it.
So they were just abusing. Was that's going on? It was abuse. It wasn't pandering. It was just straight abuse. No, it's just
And they don't ever give you the details or give you the backstory, anything like that. And even for when they do kind of give you the backstory, it's kind of like a kind of backstory for the state of the world. It's like, okay, cool. And then they lightly go, oh, but because of this one thing, this is never going to happen. Or because of this is this. Where you're going, what? Why? Oh, I can't answer this. I'm hacking you right now, and I'm going to stop this from happening while I'm hacking you. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, all right, well, come on. What are you doing?
Well, see,
nothing.
I feel like
nothing.
There was so much that they could have done with hacking. To me, it seemed like a super overpowered ability if you can get your hands on someone strong.
Sure.
You don't think so?
No. Because you know why? She has to actively hack while she's hacking to hack, to be able to hack while she's hacking. And she can't hack while she's hacking and fighting and hacking at the same time.
But all she has to do is hack one time.
No, she doesn't. She was actively hacking.
Goliath.
She was hacking hacking while she was hacking.
Hack Goliath.
Bro. Honestly, this was a nonsense anime. There really wasn't. The story basically is girl finds group, another girl dies, 2 episodes of trying to make you feel sad about it. Don't give you real details about it. Random beach scene that doesn't take place at a beach, but it still might as well be a beach where even the characters are like, why are we doing this? So not even the characters know why that they're doing it, but it's still there. And in a post-apocalyptic world okay. So to really kind of hammer away at how ridiculous it is, it's like they're following random pictures that's being posted online because someone else also randomly has a phone for internet that is still being actively maintained for servers that are actively being maintained from people that are no longer in existence. And your first response is like, I want to prove I'm human, so let's all get in our swimming suits and send them a video of us in bikinis.
You gotta, you don't know who's on the other end. You got to give them motivation to find you. You know?
I'll tell you this right now. The human race in that world is screwed. You know why?
They're all okay. Why?
They're all women.
Okay, I wasn't gonna go that route. Rather, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to do anything.
No, like literally, there's no guys there, right? Unless because, and here's why I say that. Because they specifically stated that the power went out. So all the refrigerated food had gone down before the rats, the mini robots, went around restoring power. Anything that would be refrigerated, anything that would be frozen, anything that would require a constant temperature at sub-zero temperatures to be able to sustain, i.e. splooge banks. Okay.
Fair.
Gone.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. Those are all, everything having to do with that is gone. So realistically, unless there is a baby boy there, which I did not see anyone that would be a baby boy. I saw maybe one baby girl, and the rest of them were small. And it was honestly, for a viable population, having like maybe 25 people is not enough for a viable population to grow.
That would be enough, provided you had pristine conditions.
They don't.
And I only say that.
None of them, I believe, are medically trained. They're able to, thankfully, they're able to have food. They're able to farm and everything like that. But realistically,
they're also able to hack.
They have, realistically, they have what? Maybe 40 years to figure out how to continue the population. Otherwise, they're just waiting to die. If you're lucky. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just waiting to die a lonely, miserable death. Right now.
Yeah.
It's purely hypothesized, right? So I don't know. There could be other people that are out there, other males or whatever. There could be like some random bank out there where they're able to be able to do that, or maybe in this futuristic world or whatever, they have a way to be able to clone individuals, possibly, or
Don't need
whatever
no
else.
man.
Don't need a man. Cool. None of that was apparent in the anime. None of that was explained. Basically, what it was is like, hey, we're screwed anyways, but we're going to try and live as long as we can. Understandable. I would do the exact same thing.
I'm not gonna take it.
Yeah. But I also understand that I would be dying a very lonely and sad life.
Yeah.
Like, it is very depressing. It's very depressing when you look at it.
You're not wrong. It is bleak. I would say you'd probably do your best for a year before your first existential crisis of what's the point would attack. And then I know you have very, very strong mental resilience. So I feel like it wouldn't really affect you. You'd be well known within the first 3-4 weeks, but hope would still be there. And I would give you probably 8 or 9 years before you understood the situation in its entirety and accepted everything. But you'd still you would still persevere.
Yeah.
Just that's who you are.
Just in the hope.
Yeah, and just, the sliver of hope is all you would need.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you do that probably till you're 60 or so. And yeah, then it's just painful to live.
Yeah.
With the amount of acrobatics you need to do just to fight, apparently.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be fighting because I am not alien made.
I mean, fair.
I don't, quote unquote, randomly find some weapon off the ground to be able to make it so that way I can fight and go, oh yeah, this is totally normal.
Oh, that was your thing? Okay. My thing was
I mean, aside from all the other stuff that I obviously pointed out, I mean,
no, this part I'm amazed you didn't do. The intelligence of these people, these characters are just all over the place. Crazy smart, super stupid. You're freezing in the middle of nowhere, right? You're freezing in a school. Snow everywhere. You're basically a popsicle.
Here, so
okay, what you got? You know where I'm going with this, right?
I had an issue with it, with them going up to the school and it snowing and them not having any sweaters or anything like that. But then there was some key phrases in there that really kind of clued me in. So like, okay, this, like, basically it's hard for them to be able to plan for that, especially when it's haphazard and random, because they said usually it just comes in real quick and then goes away, which signifies to me that it usually doesn't last an entire day or as long as it did, because they even mentioned that it's unusually lasting long. Yes.
And then the next morning it was all gone like it was a summer rain.
Yeah.
But I digress. My biggest problem was the
fact that they didn't have any sweaters, that they don't know how to cook.
They weren't prepared at all.
Yeah, they never
are. But my biggest issue was the class rep, whatever you want to call her name, was like, oh yeah, my swords emit heat like nobody's business. Let me just stick that in the ground and we can use that to stay warm. And they did.
Yeah.
But she was about to die less than 5 minutes before that. Now, okay, fine. You don't know that it emits heat. All right, fine, whatever. You're new to it. All right, fine, whatever. No, this is the weapon she used consistently. Every time she drew the sword, it emitted enough heat that she could not only recognize it, she could attack with it.
Yep.
And you're in the snow, freezing your butt off. Yep. How are you not thinking, oh, the sword that basically singes my hair every time I fight might be a good thing to use?
You know what? Sometimes you just don't think about the small stuff. Sometimes the simplest answer is not always apparent. That is honestly inherent in human nature. Because sometimes
but they're not human. Sorry.
I said nature, human nature, right? It's apparent. Okay. And they do clarify that they spent a lot of time mimicking and understanding and copying the human psyche and mentality and habits and everything like that. So that is explained. But and even AI even AI gets things wrong. And sometimes it's like,
Yeah.
bro, this is like some of the simplest stuff, right?
Fair. Understandable, fair. Okay, I'll give you
We
that.
all
It's
have our
just
strengths. Some of us have stronger points than others.
mm-hmm. Some of us have swords that can heat up a room just by exposing them.
You know, and I'll tell you this right now. Most drownings don't happen while you're in the middle of the pool. Most drownings happen when you're close to the edge within arm's reach.
Really?
You're panicking. When you're panicking and you're in a fight or flight mode, most people don't have, when they are in a particular situation, especially high stress, the functionality of your brain starts shutting down and you start looking over the real simple things really easily, really quick.
Yeah, I get that. In an emergency situation.
That being one of the emergency situations, she's out there. She's trying to go out there. She's like, hey, I have to do this. I am trying to be the leader. And she's putting more stress on herself. She has sleep deprivation and everything like that because she's built to be that way. And on top of that, she's moving forward, trying to take care of everything. And in her panic to try and solve it without anyone else being there, she's overlooking it. She is drowning while she's right next to it, while she's right next to the edge. All she has to do is reach out.
I don't like your analogy, but you make a good point. I think I don't like your analogy because you're making a good point. If I'm being honest. Like it just a little foresight. A little it's cold out there. I'm gonna use this torch to guide my well, actually, here's the thing. Here's why I wouldn't pull the sword. If the sword itself, I don't think it was ever verified or not, but do the weapons call out to the monsters, let's call them?
Yeah.
Like tracking beacons kind of thing.
Yep.
So maybe exposing it like that. I could understand that being a reason why you wouldn't want to do it. And it's my last ditch effort. I want to survive. Okay, now I'm doing it. Okay, cool. Sure. But I don't know. There were a lot of things in this show that shouldn't have happened with the experience that these characters had gone through. They were not. What's the opposite of survivors? Weaklings? Helpless?
Sure. I mean, like there's plenty of different things you could say, but yes.
I feel like I'm looking for a particular word that I can't grasp. But yeah, like they were all survivors. They all had unique qualifications. Sure. Some of them were carried. Yeah. But they shouldn't have had that little battle sense. And that's what was frustrating because every time it was convenient, they were bimbos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
like every time the story required it. Well, for plot, yes, but you can't have this genius intellect 1 minute with all of the answers and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and super capable people, and then they all collectively become these bumbling idiots less than an episode later.
I mean,
with no explanation.
We all have our strengths. I mean, one of the things is Albert Einstein, when he was on his way into work, kids would stop him and tie his shoes for him because he never tied his shoes while he checked their math homework.
No, and see, perfect. That's it. That's exactly it. You've got a group of singular person. Okay, fine. I can understand that. You've got a group of people that are supposed to, after banding together, after being in this group setting, they all make up for their weaknesses. They all have the same damn weakness.
Yeah.
It doesn't. That's just my.
I mean, like I said, the kids, multiple, would stop him and have him correct their math homework. Collectively, they all sucked at math, and he fixed it for him. All right. So.
Yeah. Dude, could you imagine? I know this is a side note. Could you imagine having Albert Einstein help you with math?
That'd be amazing.
You couldn't buy that. I mean, you could, probably. But I mean, like, being that close to somebody who's just that far ahead of you and having them actually spend the time because they care. That is insane. That, in the best way possible. That is the humanity that I would love to push towards. But that's a different podcast.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just so much missed opportunity, especially with what I imagine, I could be wrong, but what I imagine the budget for this show is. I could not wrap my head around episode 1. All the vibrant colors just bombarding you. If you have epileptic issues, don't watch this. Flat out, do not do it. I'm not saying it will cause you to have one, but why chance it? Why take that risk? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Magic.
But yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah, magic.
Yeah.
And I watched it subbed, and I hate watching this subbed because it just brings back another reason for me to realize why subbed is typically better. Yeah, you got to pay attention to it more, but the voice acting was on point. I feel like it was really, really good.
Yep.
So, anyway, I don't really have much more to talk about this other than just talking crap, especially about the OVA. But
yeah, I honestly, I don't have. I don't.
Serves no purpose.
Yeah, I don't have anything else I can really say either. So you're not alone in that. So on a scale, which again, I agree, the OVA serve no purpose. So on a scale of up to 10, sir, how would you rate this?
Unfortunately, this is going to be a 3 for me. The only reason I'm rating it that highly is, yes, there was a lot of fan service, but overall, the animation style, I liked the quality that went into it. I'm not talking about the fan service. That was a bit extreme for me. But the quality of the imagery, the clarity, the interesting, I feel, monsters, because they had a really genuinely cool art style. They the way that they moved, the way that the camera did this whole Matrix style circling the battlefield kind of thing. I loved it. I loved every second of it. It was visually stunning to me. Story, lackluster.
Yep.
Plot holes, the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got. I would not recommend this other than it's really pretty to watch.
Sure.
That's mine. And yours?
3. That's where I was going to go with it. Okay. I particularly, I didn't care for it. Obviously the OVA nonsense. The ending was a joke. The show just was predictable. It just really wasn't that great. It was kind of like, I just, I personally would have not gone out of my way to watch this. Had I scrolled through it and I saw this, would not have watched it. So yeah, 3 for me. Aside from all the other reasons why that we had talked about during the show.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to be watching a recommendation from old Jeb. The recommendation name is Failure Frame. It's one I've actually seen before. It was an alright show. It's not going to be a highly rated show, but I've seen it before. And so we'll see if watching it a second time gives me some new insight or anything like that. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. If you feel like we did too much justice and not enough justice or anything like that, feel free to contact us and let us know. All our contact information is in the show notes as well as on our website at featuredanimepodcast.com. You can also join us on Discord and talk to us and hang out with us in there. And then, of course, on stream as well, where we stream majority of our episodes on twitch.tv/featuredanimepodcast. And then, of course, we have some affiliate links for you as well for Crunchyroll. Get yourself a nice free trial or get a discount off their store. Links for you are in the show notes for that. And then let's not forget about Tokyo Treats. Nice, wonderful, delicious treats every single month coming straight to you. If you use our affiliate link along with coupon code FEATUREDANIME, you get $5 off that very first box. And trust me, the treats are worth it. And of course, let's not forget one of the best ways you can support us is by going to patreon.com/featuredanimepodcast. If you go there, $1 a month gets you access to bonus content that we usually post with every episode. And of course, don't forget about some swanky swag, shop.featuredanimepodcast.com. And until next time, I'm Jack.
I'm Rick, and we'll see you next time.